procedures adopted by the High School Athletic Association. Tonight's officials: Mike Evans, Jeremy Petroff, James Binnick, Troy Roth, and Jameson Grimes.
We welcome you to David Hansberger Stadium here in Swanton, Ohio on this Friday night as we are getting ready for week number 2 of the high school football campaign here on Hicksville Community Television. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Murphy with HIX-TV here in Swanton, Ohio, along with Connor Myers, who's operating the iPad Pro camera this evening. And we are here to bring you live coverage of the high school varsity football game between the Swanton Bulldogs and the visiting Hicksville Aces. Hi, everybody. Again, welcome to Swanton, Ohio. Beautiful night for football. Little light overcast. The lights are on, but and it feels more like late September, October than it does the end of August. The Aces are making their way towards the field right now, and we'll get ready to get things underway. Now, both these teams suffered a loss in week number 1, so they are both 0-1 coming into tonight's action. The Aces, of course, wanting to put a win on the board, as do the Bulldogs. And we're glad to be able to be here tonight to be able to bring you all the action on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. I want to thank all of our underwriters making our coverage possible this evening. They include our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. We also want to say a big thank you to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and also online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for information on the latest flu shots, COVID boosters, and more. And, of course, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and also online at www.arcsolinc.com. And we'll hear more from our underwriters as we move through the action here this evening. Took us a little longer than expected to get here to the stadium. They've got some road construction, so fortunately we had the iPhone and the GPS, and Connor was able to navigate around some of the construction areas. We drove down a couple of bumpy roads. I don't know if we should have drove down them or not, but we did anyway.
We made it
to get here.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So we are here, ready to go. The Swanton Bulldogs already on the field. It looks like they're going to be receiving the opening kick from the Aces. And we'll be switching around. They did not have a roster for us, so we had to. We have a page of paper that has Swanton on one side and Hicksville on the other, so I'll have to flip it over. But we are underway. The opening kick, it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs are going to set up shop.
Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
So with that, it'll move it out to the 35-yard line. And we'll get ready to get things underway. We'll see who the quarterback is going to be. They have a couple of juniors listed at the QB slot. So we'll see which one got the call tonight. That's number 6, which is Dennis Robinson, moving up under center. Man in motion, Robinson. Quick handoff and a nice hole opening up right in the middle of the field. Still on his feet. Taking it across midfield into Aces territory. And that would be Sean McGarry wearing number 14. Excuse me, number 15, making that run. We want to say a big thank you to the athletic department here at Swanton High School, again, for giving us some space in the press box to cover tonight's action. Glad to have you with us on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Another handoff, again, that's to McGarry, and he'll get out to about the 40-yard line. A pickup of about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Second down.
You know, I do appreciate how we have a clear sight of the scoreboard from here.
We were a little worried. Sometimes this press box does not let you take out the windows completely like Hicksville does, and sometimes that can lead to some blockage of the view from the camera, but we're in pretty good shape up here. We're on the second level of the press box. We're right between the coaches from both Swanton and Hicksville. Quick handoff around the corner. He's got some running room. He'll be grabbed around the shoulder pads and dragged down at about the 26-yard line. That was number 14, Seth Carman, with the carry. Another first down for Swanton as they are moving the ball with no problem here early in our first quarter tonight. Glad to have you with us again. We know that there are a lot of the Aces faithful watching on our YouTube channel tonight. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive or so.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, for us, about an hour and 25 minutes with the unexpected detour. But it's a long drive, so we're glad to be able to be here to bring you the action tonight. This time, the Aces sniff that one out, and he'll be dropped for maybe a yard and a half gain. The handoff to Sean McGarry, and he's met right there at the 25-yard line. So give him maybe a yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. No break huddle. Again, their quarterback, Dennis Robinson, working under center. Pitch back. That's to number 1, and he's going to try to turn the corner. They'll knock him out of bounds about the 20-yard line. That's Horniak Ramsey, Javi Horniak Ramsey, a senior with the carry. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think I am. Third down and about 4 for the Bulldogs. Ball, nose of the football right on the Aces' 20-yard line. Just about ready to break it into the end zone here, or into the red zone, I mean. Man in motion. Quick handoff, and he's still battling. He might have made it. He's still on his feet. The Aces aren't able to bring him down until he gets to about the 15-yard line, and that should move the chains. They met him short of the line of gain, but he just kept those legs churning, and he carried the whole pile down to the 15-yard line for another Bulldogs first down. Quick huddle. The Aces again get set on defense. Play clock down to 10. Robinson again coming up under center. Puts a man in motion. Quick handoff. Again, that's to number 1, and he's got some running room into the end zone. Javi Horniak Ramsey. 15 yards for the TD. And the Swanton Bulldogs draw first blood here tonight. With 8:50 still to go in quarter number 1, Swanton takes the early 6-0 lead with the conversion attempt pending. Looks like they are going to set up to kick. It looks like the holder is number 10, Billy Dominique, and the kicker, number 40, Hudson Pancoast. Snap, kick is up, no good. That was caught in the end zone by Jacoby Campbell for the Aces. I don't know if they do like the pros. If you catch it like that, you can run it back and steal the point. I don't think they do in high school. And we've got a flag on the play, it looks like. Maybe. Everybody's standing around. Looks like it's going to be against the Aces. So a flag on the play. I didn't see the official.
Center interference against Hicksville.
Oh, they're going to say interference against Hicksville, so they'll get to try it again from a little closer. Now they're going to go for 2. Robinson under center. Man in motion. Quick handoff. And I don't think he's going to do it. Nope. Gave the ball to number 15, McGarry, but the Aces were waiting for him, and they'll drop him way back at about the 5-yard line. So the conversion attempt fails both times. They didn't make it with the kick, and they didn't make it with a 2-point attempt. So the score remains 6-0 Swanton with 8:50 to go here in our opening quarter, and the Aces will get ready to get their hands on the football offensively for the first time tonight. Grab myself a quick bite of the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Kick is up. Short kick. Scooped up at about the 25-yard line. And returned out to about the 39. That was Colin Level.
First down, Aces at their own 39-yard line.
So Level with a good strong return gets the Aces out to the 39-yard. Some pretty decent field position for their first offensive stanza. And we'll see what kind of adjustments the Aces have made since week number 1. Level gets the snap. Straight ahead, he'll pick up about 3, or at least 2. Well, looks like they're going to mark him down after a 2-yard gain to make it 2nd and 8. Zedike wearing number 34, the back behind Level. Colin working out of the shotgun. Handed off to Cross, and Cross maybe another yard or 2. Zedike will get out.
3rd and 6.
He'll pick up a couple more. It'll be 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 43-yard line now. So 3rd and long for the Aces. It's a long 6, too. It's about 6.5, actually. Level rolling out, puts the ball in the air. Did he make the grab? It'll be a first down if he did, and he did. move the chains, and the Aces stay alive. Fresh set of downs.
Maybe it won't be bad that we're next to the coaches.
Well, Yoder, first down.
Paxton Yoder makes the grab and gets the Aces a fresh set of downs. Yeah, but we're kind of worried. We're right between the Bulldogs and the Aces coaches up here on the second level, so we're kind of like Switzerland. We were wondering if we had to be like, like the neutral observer.
Well, yeah, but it'll clarify a couple things.
Nice opening. Got some running room. Down inside the 30.
The bell run out by Wilson.
Level with another strong run. Gets it down to about the 26-yard line. Now they're going to mark it back at the 27.
At the 26-yard line.
First and 10 Aces at the Bulldogs' 27-yard line. 7:08 to go. Level works out of the shotgun again. Man in motion. Hand off to Zedike. Zedike powering ahead. Gets to about the 25. Gain of 2.
Stop by Wiley.
We'll have to tell the guy downstairs that it's Zedike, not Ziddick.
Ziddick.
Level, rolling out. He's in trouble, and they're going to get him back at the 30-yard line, and a flag on the play. So we'll see what this is all about.
Stop by Bates. Flag on the play.
So right now the ball back on the 30-yard line, but we'll wait and see what the infraction has to say. It's going to be a hold against the Aces. Ouch. So it'll be a spot foul, or they'll just decline it and take the loss back to the 30. But I think they'll get further, spot foul, so they'll march it back from the spot of the foul. So instead of on the 30, now it's back to the 37-yard line, because that occurred at the 27. So the Aces now with a second and really long, second and about 23, I think it is. 25, they're saying on the scorecard, on the scoreboard. Level, quick handoff, nice hole, got some running room. And they'll knock him out of bounds. That was number 14 with the carry, Jacoby Campbell. Campbell going to get him inside the 25 down to about the 24. Which at least recovers the yardage lost with the penalty. And it's still third and about 7 for the Aces, but that's a heck of a lot better than third and 25. I think if you were to go down to Justin Davis and said, which would you rather have, second and 25 or third and 7?
Probably
I'm pretty sure what he'd pick, yeah. And looks like a false start. Back him up 5.
Third down.
That's the type of thing that drives coaches wild.
Yeah.
Those little mistakes that cost you 5 yards when you really can't afford. So it goes from third and about 7 to third and 12. That's not the direction you want the football to be going.
Especially on third down.
No kidding. 6:21 to go, opening quarter. Swanton Bulldogs leading the Aces here early, 6-0, but Hicksville with the football. And that's to be in the, number 40 tiptoed into the neutral zone.
Gained it right back.
Yep. That was Hudson Pancos. Got a little anxious. And that'll get the 5 yards right back. So, okay.
5-yard penalty. Third down.
So, loss of nothing.
So we're back to third and 7. Cool.
Loss of nothing, gain of nothing.
Yeah. Trade 5-yard penalties. And here we go. Really nice facility they have here at Swanton. A really nice football field. Ball in the hands of number 12 is going to be just short. Colin Level.
Lavelle.
Yeah,
what he called him.
we're going to have to go down and talk to him at halftime.
Probably go name by name.
So Level gets to the 20-yard line to bring up fourth and about 3. And I think at this point the Aces are going to go for it. Even if they don't gain a yard, that's still, almost as good as a
still pretty far back.
Kickoff or a punt or whatever. So why not go for it here? Level gets the snap. Level, it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Lavelle. Stop by Selecki.
Selecki with the stop for the Bulldogs, and we'll see. Might have to call up for the measurement. Oh, they're going to say he's short. They're not even going to measure. So he comes up, Level comes up short on the run. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs from their own 18-yard line. Looks like he came up about a half a yard short with 5:26 to go. Here's snaps loose on the ground. Manages to scoop it up. Gets away from a couple of defenders. He's going to turn a loss into a gain. What a great run for their quarterback, number 6. I thought they had him for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
But Robinson able to shake off a couple defenders and then scoot and boot himself out to the 25-yard line. Picks up about 7-8 yards. 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs. That was a great run. Out of the shotgun now, dropping back to throw. Doesn't see anything, and they'll collapse on him. He'll be dropped for maybe a yard gain. Nothing opened up downfield, so he just tried to power away and get what he could. And at least he gets some positive yardage. Robinson, you got to give him guy credit. Gets it out to the 26. Make it 3rd and a long one. 3rd and about a yard and a half. Robinson will move back up under center now. Man in motion. Quick handoff, and that'll be a 1st down and more. Still powering his way forward, and the Aces finally drag him down at about the 34-yard line. I think that was number 15. McGrary with the carry. McGrary with the carry. Yeah, I like that.
Become a rapper.
Yeah. 34-yard line and a fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs. They'll break huddle. $67 yards away from pay dirt. Another quick handoff. And again, bouncing off the defenders and then changing direction and still turning nothing into something. Lucas Fay that time gets the job done, and Fay will take it out to the 39-yard line. The Aces have had some really good initial contact, but they haven't been able to make the tackle.
Get a guy down.
Yeah. Pitch back, handoff. That's to Horniak Ramsey, and Ramsey doesn't get much of anything. He'll get the ball to the 40-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and about 4. Nose of the football right on the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs.
We'll see.
Yeah. And a timeout called by Swanton. Okay.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Now that, honestly, that takes me a little bit by surprise. You're up by 6.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty well, and it's only the third quarter. You still have 2:13 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, you said the third.
Oh, did I say? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In the first quarter. But, I mean, depending on what the coach saw, I mean, worth burning a timeout, I guess. But we're glad to have you with us here tonight as, again, we're on the road with the Aces. Of course, if all works out well, we will have not only the 5 home games at Aces Field, but we'll cover all 5 of the road games during the regular season for Hicksville as well, so you don't have to miss out on any of the action. Next week, we will be back at home for the final of the non-conference games against Eden. And then we're on the road to start the GMC in week number 4. That'll be we'll be going over to Ram Country, Tenora, for that one. Ooh, ball loose on the field, picked up. Robinson. And that, I think he's got the first down. Robinson turned the corner. We'll see where they mark him. Well, now they're saying it looks like he's about a yard short. And they're adjusting it. They're moving it back. I thought he made it, and then it looked like it was going to be 4th and 1. Now it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 2. 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs. It looks like they're going to go for it. They got some confidence in their offensive lineup. Powering it straight ahead. I don't think so. Looks like they're going to turn it over to the Aces. They're going to get the football back in pretty good field position. It should be 1st and 10 Hicksville at the Swanton, it looks like about the 44-yard line. Swanton coaches are saying, no, that was a first down. I don't think it was. I don't think he got the forward progress he needed. I don't even think you need to measure that. There's no doubt that's a half yard short where they placed the football. But we're not the guys down on the field wearing the striped shirts, Connor, so we'll see what they want to do.
The play is under review.
No. Like I said, there's no doubt. There was no doubt.
Not.
You and I were both up here. He did not.
Camera.
Yeah, he did not get that big of a surge. They held him short, and it should be, and it is, Aces ball, 1st and 10 on the Swanton 43-yard line. So I'll flip my roster sheet over to the Aces side. There we go. All right, here we go. Level's going to work out of the shotgun. Zedike, the back beside him in the backfield. Quarterback keeper for Level. Level finds a bit of a hole, and he's going to pick up about 3 out to the 40-yard line. Now they're going to mark him a little bit short. He was at the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I'm going to, no more commenting on the officiating. So gain of a couple from Level's run. 2nd and 8. Rolling out. Level looking downfield. Ball in the air and almost intercepted. Off the hands of Jacoby Campbell and nearly picked off by the Swanton defender, but it hits the turf incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs, or for the Aces. Level's going to keep it himself. Level finding some running room, and he's going to come up short, but he'll get all the way down to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and about 2 for the Aces. And I don't think there's any doubt about what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
I don't see the punting team coming out. Coach Justin Davis. Makes the call from the sideline. Level tries the hard snap. Nobody moves. Level. Forward. Oh, that's going to be close. And again, I think he's going to be about a half-yard short. And yep, they don't even. Yeah. They mark it down and automatically single 1st down Bulldogs. So Level needed 2, and he got about 1.5.
Short of the 1st down Bulldogs.
So Swanton gets the football back. Quick handoff to number 0. That's Marquis Zalecki. And Zalecki got maybe a yard. We'll say a yard, but it looks like about 2/3 of a yard. But 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs with 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter, Bulldogs.
So we've played the first 12 minutes of football tonight here in Swanton, Ohio, and after 1, it's the homestanding Bulldogs leading the Hicksville Aces 6-0. Your first quarter score. We'll get ready for quarter number 2, and we'll say a big thank you to one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television. And that's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, something brand new, pre-owned, car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the great selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. And hey, don't forget the Jim Schmidt truck lot, too. You throw that in there. Remember that it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. We want to thank them so very much. As a Diamond Level supporter, they underwrite all of our Aces Sports broadcasts. All sports we cover, all levels of play across all of our platforms for 2025. We hope that you will thank them as well. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Ready for the first snap of the second quarter. Man in motion for the Bulldogs. Robinson drops back. Little dump over the center. Almost picked off. That was Paxton Yoder. Had his hands on it, and it just bounced down to the turf before he really knew what was happening. It was that quick. Yeah. So that'll be incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Bobbles the snap and tries to lateral it out, and that was a mistake. Sean McGrary catches the lateral, and as soon as he does, he's met by about 4 Aces who carry him down and plant him at about the 25-yard line. for a loss of about 4 yards. I take that back, make that a loss of 1, 2, 3, 4, about 9 yards. Bring up 4th and 19, and there's the punting crew for the first time tonight. Punt up, a short punt, caught at the 45-yard line. Level, turn it on the Jets. Level, out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Yeah. Let's see where they officially mark him out.
Hicksville at the Bulldogs.
Let's see where they're going to officially mark him, but it's 11-yard line. Okay. About to say it should be pretty close to the 10-yard line, give or take a yard. So Level with a great punt return. One of those key plays. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Aces. Direct snap to Zedike. Cross turns the corner, gets some positive yardage. He's down close to the 4. Cross Zedike gets him inside the 5. 2nd down. And they can still get a first down at about the 2-yard line. And the Aces calling timeout. They don't want anybody. Yeah. They want everybody on the same page now.
Don't want anyone false starting.
11:01 to go, second quarter, and the Aces call their first timeout of the first half. Again, no false starts, no illegal motions. Take a moment to grab a couple more bites of my cheeseburger. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they were grilling it back there.
Yeah. So normally we get here and plenty of time so we can grab a bite to eat and get set up or whatever, but said we had some unexpected road closures when we got into Swanton. Mostly, though, it was Connor's fault because he was just late from his cross-country practice.
Showed up before 5.
No.
Yeah.
We had a nice drive over here, and like I said, we got into Swanton, and it was like the road we're supposed, there's only one road closed.
Yeah, and it's the road.
And it's the road we wanted to get turned. So anyway, we navigated ourselves around. So we were here a little bit late, and we had to kind of scramble. And we have I'm not sure what the holdup is here. All right. They were looking towards the other end of the field, towards the end zone. Not sure why. But here we go. Powering forward. And it looks like if they didn't get in the end zone, they'll have a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
4 tries to get a yard.
Yeah. And they're going to just try to power it in. The Aces say touchdown. And they're unpiling the stack.
It'll be 2nd down and goal.
And 2nd and goal. They moved it about 6 inches forward. So they got about a half a yard to go. So the Aces see if they're going to try another hard-nosed football run right up the gut. What they're going to do here. Handoff, there's no doubt about that one. Zedike gets in. They brought in Ben Taylor, number 2, to take the snap, and a quick handoff to Zedike, and boom, he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
We're tied at 6. So the Aces are going to bring out their conversion team to see if we can go ahead by Zane Smith out there. He'll be the holder. And Level going to try to kick the extra point. Worst that's going to happen is we'll be tied at 6. Nope. Level scoops it up and tries to escape. So the holder muffs the snap. Smith lets it get by him. Flag on the play, though, so wait and see here. We'll wait and see just what the infraction is. Whether the Aces might get another crack at it. They're indicating it is against Swanton. Face mask. So they'll get a retry. That should move it up. I don't know. They're going to try to, like I said, now they're only a yard away, so they may try to just power it in for 2, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
The kicking team comes off the field, and here comes the regular offense. Going to have Level and Zedike right behind him in the backfield. Waiting for the play. Play clock down to 12. Here we go. And Zedike's going to block, and Level's going to take it in, and he's going to get clocked in the end zone after he crossed the line. They'll lay him on his back, no flag. But that doesn't matter. The Ace is up by 2 now, 8-6. With 9:59 to go here in quarter number 2. So the Aces take the lead. Again, as we mentioned when we were starting the broadcast, both of these schools dropped their opener in week number 1. The Aces got clobbered by Patrick Henry. And Swanton took a loss too. So both schools winless and both wanted to get back on the winning track here tonight. So the Aces would love to pick up 1 or 2 wins in the non-conference portion of the season. Because the GMC is always tough no matter what. So the Aces are going to get ready to kick it off to the Bulldogs.
Medical Center. With Michaela McAvoy, assisted by
We'll get ready for the kickoff. Again, Level gets his foot into it, short kick at the 30. Across the 40, brought down at about the 42, returned by Connor Mitchie, wearing number 2 for the Bulldogs.
Stop by Smith, 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. And we'll see what Swanton has up their sleeve here as we get ready to head towards halftime. Both the Aces Pride Marching Band and I believe the Bulldogs Marching Band here for some halftime entertainment tonight. And as always, we'll disconnect the headset microphones and turn on the field mic so you can enjoy the halftime shows before we get the second half underway. Pitch back. Oh, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. Nice job. Cross Zedike. What a defensive play. Zedike takes him all the way back to the 28-yard line. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Zedike wasn't letting him get away that time. Enough of this, hit me once and bounce off and then get a few yards. Not this time, buddy. He takes him down. Robinson under center. Drops the football again on the snap. Rolls out, gets rid of it quick. It's caught at about the 32-yard line. Across the 35, they'll bring him down at about the 37. Put that at the 37-yard line. That's going to be still third and about 15 for the Bulldogs. And Zedike got the job done, put him in a big hole. So they still haven't even got back to their original line of game, the starting line. They got to get out to the Aces' 48-yard line to move the chains. 3rd and 15. Robinson with the snap, dropping back. He's in trouble. Robinson running for his life, and he's going to get clocked at about the 42, 43-yard line. Robinson gets back to about the original line of scrimmage on that carry. It'll be 4th and 10. And it looks like the punting unit might be coming back out for Swanton. The Aces dropping back to receive the punt. Hey, imagine the Aces are probably revved up after that touchdown. They're ready to get the ball back. Long snap. There's the kick. Again, a high arcer. And caught and dropped. Was he down? Bulldogs say, nope, they got it. I think it was Ben Taylor that made the catch and dropped the ball, and the Bulldogs pounce on it, so it goes from being Aces football, again, little mistakes, and now it's 1st and 10 Swanton from the Aces' 38-yard line. So here we go, Robinson under center. Quick handoff. Powering forward. Again, that's McGarry. Gets to about the 35. Pick up a 3. Bulldogs break huddle. Rolling out, running for his life, gets the ball away, caught. 1st down yardage, still on his feet. They'll run him out of bounds inside the 20 on the far side of the field. Marquise Zalecki makes the grab and moves the chains for the Bulldogs. 6:38 to go before the half. It'll be 1st and 10, Swanton from the Aces' 18-yard line. Hicksville up 8-6. The Bulldogs looking to retake the lead here on this possession. Into the red zone, 18 yards away from pay dirt. Robinson under center. Man in motion. Quick handoff on the far side of the field. I think they gave it to Carmen, number 14. And he gets brought down after about a yard gain. Switching some personnel around as they get ready for the next play. Play clock at 20 seconds and counting down. Clock rolling. 6:05 to go before the half. Robinson under center. Drops it again. And this time Robinson is going to be made to pay for it. He's gotten away with it a couple of times. This time the Aces are going to drop him for a couple yards loss. And that's going to make it third and about 13, maybe 14. Yeah, third and 14 after the muffed snap. Ball back at the 22-yard line. 4-3. They got to hurry up and snap this one. They get it off just in the nick of time. Robinson throws, caught. Zalecki grabs it. What a great catch down to about the 6-yard line. That was a good reception by Zalecki. That'll make it first and goal, Bulldogs. Again, looking to retake the lead here in week number 2. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. Quick handoff, and I don't think he got, maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. McGarry is stopped right away.
Yeah.
It was Schooley that got him. Mason with the stop there. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. No gain on the play. Robinson again under center. Dropping back to throw. Quick hitter, and that's over the head of his intended receiver, number 4, Jaden Wilson. And incomplete. That'll bring up third and goal. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass with 4:03 to go in the half. Sean McGarry comes out, and in is Hornick Ramsey for him. Switching places. Third and goal, 6-yard line. And another fumbled snap, and boom.
Brought way back.
He hasn't gotten the first couple times he was able to pick the ball up and make a play, but these last couple times the Aces have been right in his face, and it's another tackle for a loss, and that's going to bring up fourth and goal, and they're all the way back now to the 14-yard line. Are they going to go for 3?
Fourth down.
Yep, they got the kicker out there. That's, again, their kicker, number 40, is Hudson Pancoast. Holding the ball, number 10, Billy Dominique.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs going to call timeout. I wonder if they were thinking they might pull off a fake and they saw that the Aces might have been ready for it. So we'll see. Another timeout. That's the second one of the half for the Swanton Bulldogs. And when we get back into action, it'll be fourth and goal from the 14-yard line for Swanton. Yeah, if you follow the Hicksville Community Television page on Facebook, you saw among the many things I shared throughout the day today was from the Ohio News and Weather Network about the extremely high pollen count causing all kinds of sneezing fits for not only today but over the weekend as well.
That's just what my life is.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Believe me, I have hay fever as well. All right, here we go. And again, it looks like they're going to kick it. So we'll see what happens. Ball's down. Kick is up, and it is caught. And Level was ready to run it back.
Is that not a thing?
I know you can do it in the pros. I don't know if that's trickled down to the high school level yet.
Wow.
They'll be first and 10 Aces at their own 20-yard line.
So with that, the Aces will move the ball out to the 20-yard line, and they'll start first and 10 from that location with 3:17 to work with. Because, again, if it had been professional football, they'd have got it to the 14-yard line. Instead, now you get to move it out to the 20.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, I don't think that they have the thing where you can, like,
steal
the conversion point or 2 points. At least not that I'm aware of.
Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have blown it dead if Level had caught it and he was able to run it back.
Yeah, that's...
Level pitches it at the last minute. Oh, right into the hand. The Aces can breathe a sigh of relief there. Zalecki had it in his hands.
Yeah.
And
I think
took him a second to realize the ball was in his hand, and by then he dropped it. So, 2nd and 10 now for the Aces. Don't want to be doing that too many times. So here we go, Aces, 2nd and 10. Level. Again, that time, though, Zedike makes the grab. Zedike's got some running room. Cross Zedike across the 40-yard line. They'll bring him down at about the 42. Another great play for Zedike with a good catch and run from Colin Level. Move it out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 Aces. Level keeps it himself. Level with some running room. Level breaking free on the far side. He'll get a 1st down and a few yards more. Level takes it out to the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. And an official timeout. There's an injured Bulldog on the field back at the Aces 44-yard line. I can't see his number.
66.
66. That'd be Rice, Mecky Rice, being tended to. So we'll have a brief suspension of play. 2:46 to go before halftime. Aces up 8-6, and Hicksville with the football at the Swanton 45-yard line. Now, the Aces have had their mistakes and their drawbacks so far tonight, but we've seen some really good offensive play, too. Some excellent carries by their quarterback, Colin Level, and some strong running as well from Cross Zedike. Nobody's really made a big grab as a receiver, but still the Aces have been getting the job done, and at least staying within striking distance. Again, leading 8-6. It's not a commanding lead, but at least it's a lead. And again, you know, what you want to do is you want to keep it close enough. We don't want to have the running clock instituted like we did last week with Patrick Henry. And it doesn't look like there's any real threat of that happening here tonight. And we're going to hope the young man is okay. He's being tended to by the training and medical staff from the Bulldogs team.
You know, in my opinion, this is seeming like Cross's game right now.
Yep. All right, they got him up. His helmet's off. He'll have to come off the field for at least one play, and hopefully it's nothing major. Just got his bell rung a little bit. He's walking off under his own power, and he looks like he's moving all right. So, again, yeah, that is number 66, which is Garrett Secory. Yeah. Secory, Secory or Secory. But it's Garrett, and hopefully he's doing okay. Because before, when I read it, I think it was on the wrong roster, or I had the wrong number. I don't know. I read number 65 instead of number 66. I apologize. All right, back into action. Aces. Quick handoff down to the 40-yard line. Cross Zedike. He'll pick up 5.
Zedike stopped by Wilson.
Aces keeping an eye on the play clock. Getting the call in from the sideline. Snap. Level. Looking to turn the corner. He does. Level. Across the 30-yard line. That should be good for another first down. Good strong run by Colin Level. Quarterback keeper buys the Aces a fresh set of downs. And they'll move down to the 30-yard line. Zedike, the back in the backfield along with Level. They'll go the other way. Nice handoff, caught him off guard. Turns the corner, still on his feet inside the 10.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. It was a nice run. That was Jacoby Campbell, and we'll see what the flag is all about. They threw that, I think, on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it's down there already.
Yeah, I mean it's over in front of the coaching staff of the Swanton Bulldogs. And a bit of a consultation going on amongst the officials because whoever threw that flag, I mean, they were a long way away from the play. They're indicating it's against the Aces. So let's see what the official. They're moving it way back. Was it an infraction at the line of scrimmage before the play even got started? Because the ball was on the 30-yard line. They're moving it back 10. They're moving it back 15. I don't know what happened, but it must have been at the line of scrimmage. I didn't see any indication as to what the infraction was.
Hicksville, 15-yard penalty.
So it must have been some kind of a personal foul. That'll make it 1st and 25 with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. So I don't know who did what, but somebody did something evidently. And like I said, it took them a while to throw the flag and blow the play dead. Direct snap to Zedike. Zedike down to the 35-yard line, so he'll get about 10 yards of that 15-yard loss back.
The bell. Stop by Zedike. Stop by Zalecki.
Well, they're going to give him 9 yards instead of 10. Okay. Second and 16 with 1 minute 20 to go. Level will hang on to the ball himself this time, and not much there. He'll get inside the 35, maybe down to the 34, 33-yard line. Chapman with the stop. That'll keep the clock rolling with Well, they'll stop it long enough to get everybody untangled.
Timeout, Hicksville.
And the Aces will take a timeout with 1:06 to go. They're 34 yards away from pay dirt. They got 1:06 to work with here before halftime, so we'll see what the Aces can come up with. This is their second time out of the first half. So both teams have used 2 timeouts here. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Might as well use them. I mean,
you're going to
why
get
not?
them back.
You're not going to get them back in the second half. So excited for start of the college football season tomorrow? Be watching the OSU game against Texas? You'll be running. Where you at tomorrow? Columbus Grove?
Yeah.
Connor's
way
on the
far away.
Connor is on the cross country team. So isn't that where they used to run the GMCs?
I don't know.
I think it might have been. It seems to me every now in the past a couple times I've gone down and I've covered the GMC cross country, and I want to say it's at the like Friendship Park or something like that down in Columbus Grove, but maybe not. I don't know.
They don't run them at one of the places in the GMC.
It might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about.
I may
about
be.
all that
I may
stuff.
be. It may have been something down around Wayne Tracer. Ball's thrown, caught,
Oh, that's good.
and that'll be close to first down yardage. And that was to Jacoby Campbell. Campbell made the grab, and if they mark it right there on the 20-yard line, that'll be a first down. It is.
It is first down.
And Campbell's slow getting up. He's sort of sitting there on the field. Jacoby Campbell, he rolled over pretty awkwardly after he caught the ball. He got hit, and he had kind of an awkward rollover there, and so probably best to make sure that he is okay. He hits the turf again. They had him sitting up, and he was like, nah, I'd rather lay down, coach. It's like Connor when that alarm goes off in the morning.
Yeah,
he sits up in bed and goes, nah, I'd rather lay down for another 5 minutes.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
All right, they get him up. He pops out. He's able to walk off the field on his own power. That's good, too. Don't like to see him when they have to get helped off the field or carried off the field. We're not wanting any of that ever for anybody on either team. .57 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. The Aces even have a timeout that they can use if they need to. Fresh set of downs at the 20-yard line. Here we go. Powering it down to about the 15. Level with another quarterback keeper. Now he'll pull back out into the shotgun. Rolling out. Level looking down the field. Nothing there. He tucks it under. Nice cut inside. Another cut inside. Level down to the 5. I think they're going to actually mark him at about the 5.5, maybe the 6. Nope, looks like the 5-yard line. That's where at least. Cool. Colin Level gets the job done, and it's first and goal from the 5-yard line for the Aces. And another timeout. Not sure who called that one. 20 seconds to go. There's been no indication as to which team called the timeout. And they want to reset the clock to 24 seconds. They've done that. But we still don't know who called the timeout. Well, it was either Swanton or Hicksville, I guarantee that. Hicksville called it, okay. There was no indication from the referee as to which team called that timeout. Or at least there was none that either Connor or I saw.
Yeah.
24 seconds. First and goal from the 5-yard line for the Hicksville Aces. Up 8-6. They'd love to be able to add a few more points before they head into the halftime locker room. Level. Powering forward. Level down to about the 3. Got to be careful here. Clock is not going to stop.
Second down.
Hurry up offense.
Whoa.
And that'll help him, actually.
That'll help him a lot.
Level wanted to just do a quick spike to stop the clock, and he got clocked by the defensive player.
Yeah, that's not cool of them.
That should be half the distance to the goal line. So that'll help the Aces out a little more. That'll go from the 3 to the 1.5 yard line. And it stops the clock with 8 seconds. Boom, nope. And I don't think he was going to get it.
Short of the goal line.
Level comes up short, and the time expires, so the Aces don't have a timeout left. So we'll go to halftime with the Aces leading the Swanton Bulldogs 8-6, your halftime score. You ready for some halftime entertainment? And we'll take a little quick break here to say thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, and that, of course, our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, offering solutions to business and industry like welding, powder coating, safety equipment, and so much more. And they've got some great opportunities available as well. Go online to aptmfg.com/careers for a complete listing of all of the opportunities they have available, many with specialized training and certification opportunities as well. You can upload your resume, fill out an application online. They'd love to hear from you. And who knows, maybe you can become a part of the APT manufacturing team. We want to thank them so very much for their continued Diamond Level support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television in 2025. And that's all the sports we cover, all levels of play across all of our broadcast platforms. We hope that you will thank them as well whenever you see Aces sports action on HIX-TV. They're the ones that help make it possible. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. Again, they're located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at aptmfg.com/careers. All right, we're getting ready for some halftime entertainment with the Aces Pride Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Zachary Kohlmeyer. So we're going to shut off the headset microphones, go down to the field mics, and Connor and I will be back with the second half action coming up in just a few minutes right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel.
The Lord's Spirit is not born from power or fame. It's the quiet fire within those who choose courage over fear and compassion over indifference. You'll find it in the smallest acts, the deepest sacrifices. And when you see it, you know you're in the presence of something truly extraordinary. Tonight, the Aces Pride Marching Band and drum major Joshua Evans present the heroic spirit. yet their instinct lasts
Free
for
pizza
life.
downstairs if you want
They
some.
may never know the depth of the lives they touch or the strength they're given, but their courage.
They got like four or five
their
different kinds, so
Occasionally,
got an assortment.
never fails.
Something you like down there.
Sometimes we wait for a hero, someone to step forward, to face the storm, to turn the tide. And when they come, they remind us of the power of courage, the strength of honor, and the beauty of sacrifice. They may not wear a cape, but when they arrive, the world knows it. And we stand a little taller just to see them shine.
Plug the power back in to charge it for 5 or 10 minutes.
tonight's show is a small step back in time, which we're calling Millennial Time Capsule. We start with a 2008 hit by Coldplay called Viva la Vida, which means long live life. The title of this song was taken from the 20th century painting by Mexican artist named Frida Kahlo. The song won the Song of the Year in Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group at the 2009 Grammy Awards. Here is Coldplay's Viva la Vida.
That was quick. Keel over in the men's room? They got the ambulance down there. Did somebody keel over in the men's room? I don't know. I thought maybe it was just sitting there. That might be.
The Millennials' hit song was released in 2011. Everybody Talks by Neon Trees. It was inspired by the early 1960s pop group of Roy Orbison and Motown sound. It's been used in TV shows such as Glee, the movie American Reunion, Homeland, and in a beauty commercial. Here is Neon Trees, Everybody Talks.
Roy Orbison never sang for Motown.
We close tonight's Millennial Show with Bruno Mars' hit, Locked Out of Heaven, which was released in 2012. It became Mars' fourth #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100, holding that spot for 6 weeks. The song's composition relied mainly on a guitar or groove guitar and a singing long chorus. It's described as a reggae rock and pop rock track influenced by new wave and funk. Enjoy Bruno Mars' Locked Out of Heaven.
Unofficial halftime scores: Evergreen 35, Idle Hills 0. Bellevue 42, Washington 0. St. Henry 13, Archibald 0. Liberty Center 34, Eastwood 14. Bryan 18, Bowling Green 14. Delta 25, Fairview 22. Patrick Henry 28, Ayersville 0. Officially unofficial halftime scores. $50-50 numbers. The winning 50-50 ticket is a red ticket, 792-443. That's 792-443. And for the game ball, it's 306-633. 306-633. Bring either winning ticket to the press box to claim your unofficial prize.
We welcome you back to the press box here in Swanton, Ohio, as we are getting ready to get the second half of football action underway. I'm Bill Murphy along with Connor Myers from Hicksville Community Television. Glad to have you here with us. If you're just joining us, at halftime, it's the visiting Aces leading the Swanton Bulldogs by a couple of points, 8-6. The Aces had it down inside the 5-yard line. Ran out of time, though, before they could punch another one in just before halftime. Both teams have had their fair share of missteps. There's been some fumbled snaps on the Bulldogs side of the ball. A couple of pretty good penalties assessed against the Aces, including a 15-yard personal foul that we're still not sure. I was even asking downstairs what the actual infraction was, but nobody is really sure. But it was a personal foul, evidently, and they called it on the sideline and kind of caught everybody off guard. But all in all, pretty evenly matched football game, and the Aces will have the football to start the second half. They kicked it off to Swanton to start the game, so the Bulldogs will be putting their foot to the pigskin to send it the Aces' way to get the second half started. Glad to have you with us. Again, week number 2, both of these teams came into the action tonight with 0-1 records, and both of them anxious to pick up their first win of the season. The Aces would love to notch one in the non-conference portion of the season. Hicksville, of course, will still have one non-conference game to go. Week number 3, they'll be back home against Eden. And then to start the GMC campaign in week number 4 on the road at Tenora. So here we go. Glad to have you with us. The football is up. Caught back at the 25-yard line. Still on their feet. Still moving forward. Powering out near the 45. One pile the I think that was number 14. Campbell with the carry. Starting to get a little dark up here in the press box, so if we need to, we may have to flip on the lights. I don't think that will affect the iPad picture if we do, but if it does,
I don't know.
You'll understand the reason why.
I wasn't looking when you did it earlier.
I don't think it would matter, but in case you notice a slight change at some point, it's because we've turned the lights on. Almost got him to jump. And then the Aces jump. Oh, no. Wyatt Bell, number 65. They almost got the defender to jump. He got back in across. He didn't encroach across the neutral zone, but then when he did, the next time the hard count came, it was Bell that moved for the Aces. Back him up 5. So the Aces will go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15 here to get the third quarter underway. Level. Around the corner, cuts inside, and Colin Level diving forward to about the 45-yard line. He'll gain about 6 to make it 2nd and 9.
Level. Stop by Hornick, Ramsey, and Mitchie.
He corrected the pronunciation of Colin Level's name, too.
Yeah.
Wonder what caused that. No.
Me too. I don't know.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 for the Aces. Level and Zedike in the backfield. Direct snap right to cross Zedike. Zedike takes the ball and powers forward across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. Not enough for a first down, but a nice gain on a second to make it 3rd and a very manageable 3 for the Aces. Level gets a snap. Ball in the air. Oh! That'll bring up 4th and 3. And again, the Aces can thank their lucky stars, because there was not one, there were 2 Bulldogs with a really good chance of picking that ball off. Well, they raffle off a game ball here at Swanton. Yeah. That's something different. 4th and 3. Level, rolling out. Level, throws. And again is incomplete.
Level pass is incomplete.
Aces will turn it over on downs. So the Bulldogs get the football back in pretty decent field position, their own 49-yard line. The Aces had it down to 3rd and 3, and 2 failed pass attempts. They're not able to advance the ball any further. I know the Aces would like to be able to get something going with the passing game, but so here we go with our first look of the second half at the Bulldogs offense, see if they've made any adjustments in the locker room. Robinson under center. Robinson dropping back to pass, lets it go. And I don't think he held on to it long enough for it to count. Carmen had the ball in his hands, but he was taken to the turf and the ball popped loose before he could get control and make a football move, so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's got to sting.
Yep. So they'll move it back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Again, Robinson will drop back out of the shotgun this time. Again, try to get the ball away. And caught, but taken down immediately after about a 1-yard gain.
Robinson to Zalecki.
Zalecki made the grab, and like I said, Zalecki might have gotten a yard or 2, but he was taken down almost immediately. They're going to give him 2 yards to make it 3rd and 8 from the Aces' 49-yard line. I want to say a big thank you, too, to the Swanton Athletic Department for the free pizza here in the press box. Appreciated that a lot. Nice, good selection, too. No matter what you like, they had the pizza for you. Robinson gets rid of it, caught on the run, and taken down at about the 39-yard line, but that'll be good enough for a first down. Move the chains for the Bulldogs. Jaden Wilson, wearing number 4, made the grab. And credit the Aces for containing him. He didn't get a lot of forward progress after the catch, because otherwise that could have been a real problem. But still, fresh set of downs, ball at the 39-yard line now for the Bulldogs. Robinson up under center. Man in motion. Quick handoff. Number 15, not much there. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. McGarry. You think that they're going to give him no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
McGarry, stop back, Allen. 2nd down.
Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. Robinson dropping back to throw, rolling out, running for his life now, and he manages to pitch it back, and that was a mistake. He should have just taken the sack, and he managed to throw it back to another one of his players, and that tacks another 2 or 3 yards onto the loss. That moves it all the way back to the 46-yard line.
Officials timeout for an injury.
And we've got an injured player on the play. It looks like one of the Hicksville defensive players on the ground. All I can see is his red trousers and his legs, so we don't have a number yet. And it looks like they're going to they're going to say evidently he was down before he tried to pitch the ball. Because if they'd done it when he pitched the ball, then that would have been on the other side of the 50-yard line. But they're going to mark it at the 46.
Number 52.
52 for the Aces. Which is Deacon Bell. So hopefully he's okay. Looks like he moved off the field all right. So it's going to be 3rd and a long way. See the official on the scoreboard. 3rd and 16. For the Bulldogs. Still down 8-6 here in the 3rd quarter. And another fumbled snap. And another, this time he manages to evade. And he turns what could have been another devastating loss into at least a little bit of a gain. He gets a little past the original line of scrimmage. It's still going to be 4th and about 8, maybe 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Okay, yeah, I saw the orange marker, and I thought it was going to be their first down.
Yeah. So 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs. They have to get down to about the 29-yard line of the Aces to move the chains. Rolling out, being pursued, and he's hit. The ball is loose. I think they'll probably rule that as an incomplete pass. I think his arm was going forward when he got hit. Yeah.
Hicksville takes it over and downs. First down.
So the Aces will get the ball back on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville at their own 38-yard line. Swanton was lucky on that one. Like I said, his arm was moving forward when he got hit from behind, so it was an incomplete pass. A second or two earlier, though, would have been a different story. Aces ready to get back on offense. 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Quick handoff. Zedike. He'll power down to about the 44.
Tackled by McGarry.
McGarry gets him, but not before he is going to gain, looks about 6 yards. And we've got another injury, and this time it's number 15, McGarry, for the Bulldogs. Grabbing his lower left leg. And they'll tend to him. Looks like he might just have cramped up. I'm going to try to extend that muscle. Well, we're getting ready to head into the Labor Day holiday weekend. I guess the sort of official end of the summer of 2025. Tomorrow, well, actually, there's a few games tonight, but this is also opening weekend for college football action. We still got a week to go before the NFL gets started. And, yeah, he's kind of stiff on that right leg, not moving it a lot. No, I take it back. It's his left leg. Okay, yeah. So McGrary's going to be looked at on the sideline, and the Aces will come back out with a second and about 4. Snap. Quick hitter from Level. Nice run, nice move.
Oh, he's
got some running room.
Oh, he's going.
Whoa, 10-5, touchdown.
Touchdown, Hicksville. Flag on the play.
Jacoby Campbell, but there's a flag on the play, so hold your horses. They're saying come back, and again, it's thrown right in front of the coaching staff of Swanton. About, let's see, about 12 yards from the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say a hold on Hicksville. And if it's from the spot of the foul, that's at the 44-yard line. It'll take it back. Let's see, it's about the 43-yard line. So that's going to move it back to the other Aces side of the field to about the 48-yard line or so. Yep, 47. So take those 6 points off the board. And it will remain second down, but now 2nd and 1 for the Aces. So Campbell's touchdown scamper is wiped out. And this time, the Aces drop the snap, and they're tackled for a loss. Level is going to be brought down. Oh, they're going to mark him all the way back to the 40. I thought his knee touched a little before that, but said I thought Level's knee touched at about the 42, but that's all right. 3rd down for the Aces. Level tucks it under. Level takes off. Level on the sideline. Level should have first down yardage all the way out to the 41 of the Swanton Bulldogs. And, yep, they're waving him ahead, telling the chain gang, bring him on down.
First down.
Colin Level
Their 41-yard line.
makes up for the dropped snap by scampering for first down yardage and getting the ball into Bulldog territory. And Zedike gets tripped up after he crosses the 40. He'll be brought down at about the 37. Gain of about 4. And another player cramping up on the field for the Bulldogs. That's number 40, which is Hudson Pentecost, or Pancoast, excuse me. Hudson Pancoast, who's their kicker. And it looks like, I can't tell whether he's cramped up as well. You'll see that a lot early in the season, especially if it starts to get cool. And they'll pop him up. He's a little gimpy. So, yeah, hopefully he just has cramped up a little bit as well. They'll be able to work on him on the sideline. He'll have to sit out for at least one play. Ball at the 37-yard line for the Aces. 2nd and 6. 5:34 to go here in quarter number 3. Level's going to move up under center. Quick handoff to Zedike. Zedike powers down to the 30. That'll be good enough for a first down. Cross Zedike gets the Aces another set of downs. Another strong carry. He and Level both having pretty good nights tonight, Connor. Like I said, the Aces haven't been doing much tonight with the passing game, but they've got a good thing going here between their quarterback and their lead running back.
I think we're getting to the point where I'd add Jacoby to that list too.
Yeah, Campbell had a really good run there too.
Well, I mean, he got kind of whiffed out of it. But.
Yeah. Level, nothing doing. Back to the line of scrimmage at the 30. 2nd and 10.
Stop by Wiley.
Aces might have lost about half a foot on that carry. But again, they'd love to get a few more points on the scoreboard here to pad out that 2-point lead a little bit. Touchdown would give him an 8-point lead, and another 2-point conversion would make it 10. And another timeout. Aces didn't like what they were seeing on the defensive side from Swanton, so they're going to talk it over here. First timeout of the second half, 4:21 to go. And again, the Aces at the end of the first half wound up not being able to take a second crack at a touchdown because they had used all 3 of their timeouts already.
Yeah, I suppose that is their first.
Yeah.
Their first.
So they need to be aware of that. I mean, got to have some good clock management along with everything else.
I don't know. I kind of forgot that they didn't have any because of how many injuries there were.
And really, they lucked out too because again, Level tried to clock the ball, to stop the clock, and he got hit after he did that. So they got the clock stopped, and they got the extra yardage. All right, here we go. Level. Jacoby. Campbell catches it, and he'll be taken down. Again, no gain. So the lateral out to Campbell doesn't accomplish anything. Not able to turn the corner, and that'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Third down.
Level holds on to it himself, and he's not going to get much. Level inside the 30 down to about looks like the 28-29 yard line. They're going to give him a couple of yards. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Aces from the 28-yard line. Here we go. Swanton Bulldog fans getting riled up. Rolling out. Ball thrown, and that should be an interference call.
What?
Yeah, no doubt about that. Jacoby got mauled. Jacoby Campbell gets mauled before the ball gets to him. It might even look like he might have got his face mask the way he got jerked backwards.
I didn't see the flag at first. I thought they were.
No, they threw the flag.
Yeah, I didn't.
And it was
see
like
that.
I couldn't tell whether they got him.
I thought it wasn't. I thought they didn't see it, and they were all the way down there. What are we booing for?
They're going to say pass interference. And like I said, the way he got jerked around. I said I almost thought they might have got his face mask or got him by the collar or whatever.
I thought they got him by the helmet.
Yeah. So they'll march it off. That'll be an automatic first down for the Aces. Yeah, they're taking them 15 yards down the field, so.
I mean, yeah, those stuff like that kills.
Yeah,
kills.
I mean, that's.
I mean, it's been on both sides. It hasn't even just been.
Yeah, no, we're not. I'm not saying.
Well, I'm saying.
No,
I'm
I agree.
For myself.
Yeah. I mean, the Aces had a 15-yard personal foul in the first half,
Yeah.
so. You know, it happens, and that's why they got those officials out there to put a damper on that kind of behavior. So here we go, Aces 1st and 10. The interference, the pass interference, and we're going to have a timeout now called by the Bulldogs.
They're first.
So 3:18 to go. After the penalty, the ball has been advanced down to the 14-yard line of the Bulldogs. And like I said, it was a 15-yarder, so whether that's defensive pass interference or if it was some type of a personal foul, I'm not sure. The indication we got from the officials was defensive pass interference.
Yeah,
so
that's definitely what I saw.
So, but there was no doubt about it. It was a deserved flag. So it's 1st and 10 for the Aces at the 14-yard line of the Bulldogs with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in our third quarter. And again, we've got a couple of Swanton Bulldogs that are on the sideline trying to work out some cramps. A couple of stoppages for injured players, and had an injured player for the Aces as well. So this is one timeout called now on both sides of the football. Both the Bulldogs and the Aces have used one of their 3 timeouts here in the second half. And here come the Aces back to the line of scrimmage. Quick handoff, and Zedike powers forward inside the 10.
Zedike, tackled by Bates.
And
Officials, timeout.
Zedike takes it down to, it looks like about the 9-yard line. And we've got an official timeout now. And that's because we've got another Swanton Bulldog who is cramped up on the far side of the field. As a matter of fact, it looks like we got an ace down with a cramp too, now that I'm looking over there. Really? There was a bunch of Aces players standing there, and they were kind of blocking my view. They moved over a little bit. So it looks like we've got somebody down on both sides of the football. As, again, on this cool night early in the season, late in the game, we've got the players cramping up on both sides of the football. That's Horniak Ramsey wearing number 1 for the Bulldogs. I wasn't able to catch the Aces player, but they'll both need to sit out for a play, at least one play. You ready to get back in action? 2nd and 5 from the 9 for the Aces. And this time, Level's going to hang on to it himself around the side, and he makes the cut into the end zone. Touchdown. Colin Level from 9 yards out into the end zone to put the Aces up now 14-6. And we'll get ready for the conversion attempt. And we'll see what the Aces are going to do here. Try to kick it or go for 2. If they were to run it in and get a 2-point conversion, they'd be up by 10, so it would be a touchdown and a field goal. And that's what they're going to try to do here. And Level, just short. He'll be brought down about A yard away, no good. So it'll still be an 8-point advantage. It's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion lead for the Aces, which is a lot better than just a 2-point lead. Gesundheit, my friend. So 2:52 to go in quarter number 3. The Aces add to their lead. They're up now by 8, 14-6 here at Swanton. Bill and Connor, we're so glad to have you with us. I hope you are enjoying the live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. If you are, and you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything. You just have to hit the little button that says subscribe. We don't charge anything. All of our live streams are free and always, hopefully always will be. And when you subscribe, you can hit the notification bar, and that way you're the first to know whenever you're notified whenever we schedule a new live stream event. And we do all of our Aces Sports coverage here on the YouTube channel. And you're also notified whenever we post new content to our video on demand library. So for the many of you who have already subscribed, we thank you so very much. It really does help us out when it comes to the search engines and the metrics and all that sort of stuff. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Again, it doesn't cost anything, and we would love to have you as a member of the community of Hicksville Community Television. And don't forget, you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Hopefully that'll keep our social media guy off my back for the next week or so.
Telling people to subscribe.
Well, I mean, we're getting close. We'd kind of like to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at about 1,750 something right now. Oh ho ho! It looks like the Aces might have got the ball back. They're sure jumping around like they did.
I can see.
Yep.
I think that's Luke Eicher because he's not wearing a shirt, jumping around in the student section.
So that happened to the Aces in the first half.
Yeah.
They had a kickoff that they fumbled and was recovered by Swanton, and they returned the favor here in the third quarter as Swanton fumbles a kickoff and the Aces recover. It'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville at the Bulldogs 40-yard line. Here we go. I already switched everything over to the Bulldogs. Then I got to flip everything back. Quick handoff. Not much there, maybe a yard or two. Cross Zedike. Powering forward, he might have got a couple yards. Of course, the turnover, I mean, the Aces, there's nothing you want more when you get a turnover like that than to be able to make it burn, get some points off of it, make the other team pay, and I'm sure that's what's going on in the mind of the Aces. And we're going to have another whistle.
I think you'd have to tie a shoe.
Yeah, that's not a cramp. That was just a loose shoelace. But we don't want anybody tripping over a shoelace. You remember what your mom always said when you were little, running around with your shoes untied.
Yeah, that's why I wear Crocs all the time.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, level. Oop. He was down when the ball popped loose. The whistle had blown before we saw the ball rolling down the turf. And Level gets it across the 35 down to about the 34-yard line for 3rd down and about 4.
3rd and 4.
Aces get their offense set. They got 3 out wide towards us on the near side and 1 out wide on the far side. But this time, though, the ball goes to Zedike again. Zedike still on his feet. He'll get a 1st down and then some as Cross Zedike takes it down to about the 22-yard line.
1st down, Aces.
Move the chains and a fresh set of downs for Hicksville once again. Showing some good signs of life here. late in the third quarter, and another timeout. They're going to make the Bulldogs burn their second timeout of the second half. They'll only have one left to utilize in quarter number 4. Well, looking ahead, as we mentioned, we were heading into the Labor Day holiday weekend, so obviously we don't have any coverage coming your way Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. Next week on Tuesday, because of the holiday being on Monday, the Village Council meeting, which is normally on the first Monday of every month, in September it's always moved to the first Tuesday because of the holiday. So I will be over at the council chamber at 6 o'clock. As we'll have the council meeting live on Mediacom Channel 12, and we'll be running the camera, recording it for the playback on all the other platforms. And also, we've got girls volleyball coming up on Tuesday night as well. The Aces are home against the Rams of Tenora. JV getting underway at 5:30. I'm not sure who's going to be yet, but there's somebody going to be there at 5:30, hopefully, to get it started. And then hopefully Connor will be able to get there as soon as he can when he gets done with his practice. And Warner hopefully will be able to show up, and hopefully I'll be able to get back about 7 o'clock so too for the varsity game. And then I think we might have some junior high volleyball coming up on Thursday, but I don't have my calendar right in front of me to be able to double check that. So put an asterisk by that. Level, rolling out, level, slips, falls. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Make it 2nd and 10. Now they're going to say Level might have lost half a yard, so 2nd and 11. Level's going to hold on to it himself again. Powering forward, and he'll be wrestled down inside the 15. He's got to get to the 10-yard line. The Aces have to get to the 10-yard line for the line of gain to move the sticks. But it'll be 3rd and about 1 as we'll see if we can get one more play in before the third quarter ends as we're counting it down to 12 seconds. And we'll see if the Aces do not have to snap the ball.
Yeah.
We'll see if they do anyway. They're going to move it forward and Level into the end zone. Okay.
Okay, there's another one.
Level, they slowed him down, but he broke free, and he lopes into the end zone for another TD. So yeah,
that's back-to-back right there.
Who needs to wait for the quarter break? Let's go into the end zone right now. Makes it 20-6 Aces, and we'll wait for the quarter break until after we have the conversion attempt. And a timeout by the Aces. Okay. Are you going to think about whether to kick it or go for two? I'm not sure. But the Aces call timeout. That'll be their second. So both of these teams will only have one timeout to work with in the fourth quarter. The Aces will talk it over. Again, they're up right now by 14. 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. And we'll see what the powers that be have decided they want to do here on this conversion attempt. So it looks like they're going to go for 2. And I think they got it.
They did.
Yep. Zedike with the carry. Takes it into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is a success. So the Aces up now 22-6, and that's the end of the third quarter. So we've played 3 here in Swanton, and the visiting Aces up on top, 22-6, third quarter score. We'll get ready for the fourth and final quarter, and I'll take some time to say another big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level Underwriting supporters, our friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They feature solutions for business and industry. Some incredible stuff. Includes robotics, plasma, welding. Check them out online. They have a great gallery on their website that shows some of the great projects and incredible stuff that they have done around the area, around the state, and around the country. And also, if you're a welder or if you have a welder in your family or if you're interested in welding in general, check out their online store, some of the finest welding equipment that you will find anywhere available through ARC Solutions. And they also have some tutorials for welding, and they had some modules if you want to have somebody come out and do some demonstrating at your business or whatever. They can accommodate that as well. Just a lot of really cool stuff. We want to thank them as a Diamond Level Underwriter. They help to support all of our Aces Sports broadcasts throughout 2025, and we hope that you will thank them as well. And again, check them out online. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. And again, don't forget to check out the online welding shop or welding store, welding supply store that they have on their website as well. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. All right, Aces are going to get ready to kick it off to the Bulldogs. Hicksville's got to be feeling pretty good right now, up 22-6. But we still have 12 minutes of football to go. So still a little premature to call it a W just yet. Low kick, rolled and scooped up back at about the 28-yard line. And returned out near the 40. I think it's going to be a little bit short, make it the 30, 38, 39. And that's where the Bulldogs will set up shop.
First and 10 Bulldogs.
So Swanton, we'll see where they officially mark it. Oh, they're going to give him forward progress to the 40. All right. So first and 10, Swanton at their own 40-yard line. Aces like to make a defensive stop here and get that football back. And, of course, the Bulldogs need to march it down the field and put some more points on the board. Robinson gets away, throws the ball up, caught, and comes down right away at the 45-yard line, so only a 5-yard gain. That was, again, Seth Carman, number 14, making the catch. Five-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for the Dogs. Robinson puts a man in motion. And, that's batted down. I'm pretty sure that was a forward pass, because if it was a lateral, then it would be down where it was recovered. But I think he did have some forward motion on it, so they're going to say incomplete, 3rd and 5. Robinson. Dropping back. Robinson evades one tackle, puts the ball in the air, and it's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 5 from the 45, and we'll see if they're going to go for it or if they're going to punt it away.
We are now running a special at the concession stand. Half off burgers. As long as they last.
So, not showing any signs of bringing out the punting team. Swanton's going to go for it on 4th and 5. Robinson, again, trying to evade, and they're going to turn it over on downs. They bring him down at about the 46. So the Aces will get the ball back on downs, 1st and 10 on the Swanton Bulldogs 46-yard line.
First down. Hicksville takes over 1st and 10.
With 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go on the game clock. Aces will be 46 yards away from some more points on the board. Quick pitch out to Zedike. Zedike turns the corner. Zedike diving towards the first down marker. I think he's going to be a little short, but he should have picked up 8 or 9. And I'm going to have a stoppage of play. They've decided that he did get all 10. I thought he was a little short, but that's okay. We'll move the chains. I'm not going to complain about that. I don't think any Aces fan will. So they hold everything off long enough for the chain gang to move the markers on the far side of the field. Here we go. Zedike again gets the handoff. I take that back. That was, is that number 21? Yeah. Which is Allen. Devin Allen, number 21. Got the carry. Okay. And he gets a carry again. Level's still in at quarterback, number 12. But I guess they're going to give, they must have just wanted to give Zedike a breather for a minute or two. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him or something on that last carry. But Cross comes back out onto the field. And Allen will go back to the sideline. Fresh set of downs. And level. And nope, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage maybe. But again, the Aces have got the, the luxury of being up 22-6. So they can take their time. They can keep it on the ground. They can keep that clock rolling. Again, the Bulldogs only have one timeout remaining. So really the clock is sort of on Hicksville's side here in this fourth quarter. Under 9.5 minutes to go. Level unloads, and it's picked off. First turnover of the night. And a return out to about the 28-29 yard line.
Intercepted.
So Level gets picked off for the first time tonight. The only two turnovers we had have both been fumbles on kickoffs. Each team lost one and recovered one. So on the turnover chart, that gives the Bulldogs the advantage at +2. 2 recovered. And we'll see if that gives them a little shift in momentum and the boost that they need to get back into this football game. Well, we'll see. Clock stops, 9:19 to go. 1st and 10, Swanton at their own 28-yard line. Robinson takes a snap. Ball in the air, caught, and knocked out of bounds almost immediately at the 39-yard line. Still good enough for a first down.
Robinson to Carney.
So move the chains.
Tackled by Taylor.
They'll put the nose of the football on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Swanton. Robinson again dropping back and again putting it in the air. Caught again and again, hit right away. And they say he fumbled the ball, and the Aces say they have it. But the officials are going to say he was already down when the ball came loose.
Tackled by Selecki. First down, Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs on a couple of pass plays move the chains twice in a row. Get the ball onto the Aces side of the field, 1st and 10 from Hicksville's 49-yard line. Dropping back, and he's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Robinson gets taken down at the 39-yard line. Well, I'm going to say the 38. Either way, he got hit for a big loss. That's going to make it 2nd and about 22, 23. Yeah, 2nd and 23 for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to roll, closing in on 8 minutes to go in this football game. Play clock down to 7. And they're going to burn their 3rd time out because otherwise they were going to lose 5 yards on the play clock, I think. So from this point on, Swanton cannot stop the clock, which sometimes it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does.
It stings a little bit.
Yeah. And I can imagine the Swanton coaching staff is not too thrilled with having to use all 3 of their timeouts and still have 8 minutes of game time left. But what are you going to do? If you need to stop the clock, you need to stop the clock. I was keeping an eye on it, and I was pretty sure that they were going to get another 5 yards tacked on because the play clock was going to expire. And instead of 4th and 23, it would have been 4 and 28, but Robinson airing it out again. He's got a man. Nope. Good defense by the Aces, not letting him square up to be able to get a good look at the football to catch it. 3rd and 23. Robinson, again looking to drop back to pass. Trying to make his way through traffic. Robinson heading towards the 6, and he'll be brought up short. It'll be 4th down, and it looks like about 6-7 yards for the Bulldogs. He does get it back onto the Aces side of the field. They're going to mark him at the, looks like at the 46-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 7 for Swanton. Down 2 scores. They need to score quickly and get the ball back. Robinson rolling out again. Throws the ball. It's caught. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And they'll take him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Now they're going to give him the 23.
1st and 10 at the Aces
23-yard line. So that'll be a 1st down for the Swanton Bulldogs. The Aces 23-yard line. With 6:54 to go, they'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. Well, they'll stop the clock until they snap the ball, I guess. Okay. Robinson again rolling out, looking downfield, puts the ball up, and that'll be off the hands of his intended receiver and incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 6:48. 2nd and 10. They're looking over the ball. We'll see whether they need to replace or not. They had to drop one of the down markers on the other side of the field. Want to make sure the football's not scuffed up too bad. Robinson again dropping back. Again putting the ball in the air. Caught. Nice move. Inside the 5-yard line. It was Zalecki making the grab. So the Bulldogs have ignited their passing game here in the 4th quarter to move it down the field and try to get themselves back into this football game. 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. And the Aces will burn their last time out. So evidently they're going to, if they punch it into the end zone, you're still up by 6 or 7 points. So
6 or 7.
So I don't know why you would want to burn the timeout now. But again, I'm just the guy calling the game.
Yeah.
I'm not a coach. I haven't studied the game. So the Aces will huddle up and talk this one over. And after that, for the remaining 6 minutes and 39 seconds, the only people that are going to be able to stop the clock for any reason at all are going to be the guys in the striped shirts. Here we go. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Fumbled snap. And the Aces dive in there. They don't get the football, but they'll back them up a little bit. Looks like it'll be a 2nd and goal from maybe about the 3. lost about a yard with the fumbled snap. And another fumbled snap. And another attempt, but no good. And it's recovered again by the Bulldogs, and they'll lose another half a yard. Make it 3rd and goal. Now they're back getting close to the 3.5-yard line. Now Robinson's going to go back to the shotgun. He's going to roll out, and they're going to take him down. Yep, at the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 4th and goal. So whatever they talked about in that Aces timeout must have been pretty effective, because they went from 1st and goal at the 2-yard line to 4th and goal at the 10. Well, they're going to say the 9. So last shot for the Bulldogs right here. Robinson is going to get taken down again. That could almost be intentional grounding. But they should probably just count him down back at about the 15-yard line. And the Aces will take over on downs. We got another ace needing to get helped up off the turf. All right. He's walking a little gingerly, but seems to be okay. So it'll be a turnover on downs to the Aces. Why are they putting it at the 9-yard line? Shouldn't it be back where they tackled the guy? Are they going to say it was an incomplete pass? Okay, I guess they're going to count that as an incomplete pass. And they'll move the ball to the 9-yard line. If anything, I thought that, well, anyway. So the Aces might have picked up a couple there. Give themselves a little bit of breathing room. But mostly, because Zedike is going to get about a 2-yard gain to make it 2nd and 8. But most importantly, get that clock rolling.
Yeah,
keep it on the ground, Connor, and just
that ball moving.
Yep, just burn those seconds off. Couple of first downs, and you could pretty much have this game in the bag. Powering forward, and they're going to push the pile forward, and they're going to keep it going. Oh, my. That'll be a first down for the Aces. A little bit of the brotherly shove there, you know, or the tush put, whatever you want to call it. It is legal to do that now. Got coaches coming out onto the field. But is this an official timeout? Was it an injury timeout? Because both teams have used their timeouts. Nobody should be allowed to call a timeout. I don't understand this. Unless there was an equipment issue or something. They stopped the clock and everything.
Well, maybe they got bored or something.
I don't know. I don't understand that. They're saying start the clock up again, and the clock still hasn't started. I'll wait until they snap the ball. I don't understand that at all. But and now we're going to have another player down. Get a little extra time for the Bulldogs again. It'll be 2nd and 5. As they'll deal with the player down on the field. He's sitting up.
Purplish pink foam with a red shoe on it. Mr. Hazelman has it in the south end zone.
That's number 51, Logan Parton. He'll have to come out for at least one play. We'll get ready to get back into action. It's the Aces ball. Aces have the football 2nd and 5 on their own 28-yard line with 3:05 to go. Pitch back. And working his way through traffic, and that's close to first down yardage. I think he might have moved the chains. That was number 2, and they say, yeah, he did get it.
All right.
It was Taylor with the carry.
One's down.
And another injury timeout. So we'll stand by. The chains will move. And it's another Swanton Bulldog. Getting up and making his way off. And
is there like, there's some, are they not like stretching enough as a team? Or
like I said,
I mean,
early in the season, yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I'm probably not qualified to speak. So
no, I said it does happen. You got to get, hydrated and stretched out, and it is early in the season, so maybe you're not in quite the condition that you want to be. Again, it stopped the clock with 2:47 to go in the game. So it has been counteracting the Aces wanting to keep it on the ground and keep the clock rolling. Pitch back. Zedike powering ahead. Zedike, I think, stepped out of bounds on the far side. And the clock will stop again. It'll be, are they going to move the chains? They're showing first down. Yep. So they should stop the clock long enough for the chain gang to get the markers moved, and it should start up again. And it does. Level, turns the corner, level 40-yard line, down to the 39. Stopped in bounds, and again, keep that clock rolling. Swanton, again, is out of timeouts. Pause the clock maybe long enough for the chain gang to move down the field. But again, the Bulldogs are not able to stop the clock here. Aces in the driver's seat. Up 22-6. Wanting to nail this one down and go home with the W tonight. lot easier driving back from Swanton with a win under your belt.
With a smile on your face.
And a bit of a there's a little bit of confusion there between Level and Zedike. They kind of ran into each other. Or was that Zedike even? It might have been number 21 back in. Oh, I think it's 21 back in. Which is Allen, Devin Allen. So they might have Cross on the sideline to just make sure that he stays healthy. So they seem to have this one well in hand. Snap it, good. And again, a quarterback keeper. Level gets it down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. You can tell who the fresh players are for the Aces because they've got nice, clean white jerseys. Level's looking a little dingy compared to Allen's and Campbell out there with number 14. He'll take a knee.
And that's about it.
Yep. That'll do it. You're able to kill the clock there. And your final score tonight, it's the Aces winning on the road, 22-6, the final score here at Swanton. Well, as we get ready to wrap things up, I still have one more of our Diamond Level underwriters to thank here, and that, of course, is the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, a full-service pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. They also have medical supplies and equipment, over-the-counter medications, and more. Stop by and see for yourself what a difference being locally owned and operated truly makes. A great place to stop and browse around, as again they have not only the pharmacy but gift cards, greeting cards. They have Ohio State and Michigan paraphernalia, candles, toy, a whole bunch of great. It's just a fun place to come and browse around. We want to thank the Myers family so very much, again, for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast here on HIX-TV. And remember, if you want to get the latest information on flu shots, COVID boosters, or any other questions you might have, feel free to give them a call. They'll be happy to help you out. It's 419-542-6218. I want to thank them so very much, again, for their Diamond Level underwriting support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts. Our good friends, the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Well, it was a good game. It was a little bit rough to start off with, but the Aces finally got it going and were able to put together a pretty good. They were driving really well near the end of the first half and really kicked in the jets in the third quarter, especially to be able to go up and come away with the 22-6 win to even up their schedule or even up their record early on in the season at 1 win and 1 loss. So with that, we're going to wrap things up here. As we get ready to head on out, I want to again say a big thank you to all 4 of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible tonight. That's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Again, phone 419-542-6218 for the latest information on flu shots, COVID boosters, and more. And our friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right in Hicksville's Industrial Park and also online at www.arcsolinc.com. Well, as I said, with the win tonight, Aces even their record at 1 win and 1 loss. They'll be back in action and back in the friendly confines of Aces Field next week on Friday, week number 3, the last of the non-conference games of the season, as the Aces will throw out the welcome mat to the Eden Bombers. And we, of course, will be there on the air with the pregame show a little before 7 o'clock on that Friday evening. So with that, we want to say a big thank you to everybody here in the athletic department at Swanton High School for giving us our space, making us feel very welcome. We appreciated the free pizza and everything else. A great place to come, and we look forward to being here every other year. Next year, of course, we'll be hosting the Bulldogs at Aces Field. But with that said, a big thank you to them, and thanks to all of you for joining us as well. We really enjoy being able to be on the road because we know, especially for like Swanton, it's a long drive from Hicksville, and we like to be able to be here to bring you the coverage so you can root on your Aces, even if you can't make the long drive yourself. So we thank you so very much for joining us and hope you enjoyed the live stream coverage here this evening. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to pack up and start to head back towards Hicksville ourselves. Once again, your final score tonight here in week number 2, it was the Hicksville Aces defeating the homestanding Swanton Bulldogs, 22-6 the final score. And for Connor Myers operating the iPad Pro camera this evening, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night and